Aries, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. So excited to get started on the August readings. Today is the first day of Leo season. I hope you all are doing well this week. I've missed you. I'm coming off fresh after a vacation. How are you all doing? Let's get started. I'm going to be doing a full spread today. I've got a new oracle deck. It's more of a tarot oracle, but I'm also going to be pulling some sweet love tea. So we'll see what's going on in your love lives. If you're curious about those energies, I'll be reading them as well. Let's get started with the tarot. Yeah, let's get started with the tarot. I have to sneeze. It's coming in strong. Excuse me. Whenever I sneeze on camera, out of the blue like that, it does indicate that you're releasing something at this time. Aries, it could be. I'm getting fears around your own. You could feel a strong connection coming into your life after a period of being single and on your own. Some of you have a new love coming in. You could be feeling emotional because I normally don't have so much come up in my nose after a sneeze, so I sound like I've been crying. Oh my God, Page of Cups. We have the Page of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Lovers come out on the surface. So Aries, a lot of you are like in disbelief over maybe a new connection. Doesn't have to be romantic, but for a lot of you, it could be a strong new love bond in your life, regardless, romantic or otherwise. Feels like almost like heaven sent. Let's see. What's going on? Current energy. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this spirit. For presiding over this reading for Aries. Oh, Mercury retrograde. Gosh darn it. Current crossing. Let's see if the Lovers comes back out. Oh, it cleared up. Interesting. Yeah. You could be feeling emotional about a connection right now. Just clicking on this video. There it goes. The Lovers. Wow. It crossed. Wow. The Sun and the Four of Wands. Well, Aries. A lot of you are finding love at last. Love, more love, please. What can I say about this? This is this could be what we with the proverbial, sunshine and rainbows. Taking you're going through a rite of passage in some sort of connection, and it's bringing a lot of joy and happiness to your door. You could be really, really having fun with someone in your life. Again, if we do have, you see that Cupid's arrow hitting two people, feeling bound to one another, a strong connection. They are naked, so be careful what you do. For those of you who are trying to make babies, some of you could find you're pregnant, or you the Four of Wands is the rite of passage, y'all. So, and it's bound to somebody. So, this could be just the passing of time as you raise children with another person. But it does seem like you're settling into a new structure in your life. A lot of you, this is a new commitment or a new chapter in a commitment. It feels good. This is the choice to love. And we have bunnies here and puppies and babies. So I would say we have some good times happening for the Aries collective as I clear my throat. He goes, you have me tripping over here, Aries. All right. Overall general energy, the Chariot. Wow. Of course this is going to make you feel good. Very empowered. You are going down a new path. I remember, gosh, when was this? When I first got this deck, I pulled this for you all. And this is being crowned in your glory as you straddle two motorcycles. It's like you're heading in a really strong, self-guided direction, but it feels like a victory. There's a look at that. The sun is supporting you in this. So there's a lot of optimism, joy, happiness, going down this path of integration, two energies coming together, building a new life with someone, going to the next level. Happiness. And this is also moving from Cancer into Leo season, Aries, and you're doing it in style with fortifying and reinforcing some stability and structure in all your connections for some of you, or maybe most notably a new connection in your life that you were feeling very good about for August. So you're moving forward this month, entering into it in a positive, hopeful vibration. It looks like it's going to continue. Let's see your opportunity. The Emperor, my goodness. Okay, Aries, what is going on? 4 out of 5 cards, all majors. Fortified by the 4 of Wands, which is a fiery energy of stability, structure, support, and a rite of passage in a fire element. And we're in Leo season. So I predict, Aries, that Leo season is going to be a power up, leveling up, especially regarding a connection in your life. And the way it can support you in the creation of your own dreams and your fulfillment, and not only your path of wisdom, but your path of leadership. Some of you actually are calling it a divine masculine as well, if you happen to be looking for one, all right? Because that's your opportunity to level up, boss up, or, let in somebody who has a strong masculine energy around you, and you like them. You like watching them work. You like them. You like them. Oh my God, y'all are like really getting. I'm feeling a sudden, bashful energy. The challenge, the King of Cups. Maybe if you are calling a divine masculine, there is almost like a settling in period into this connection if it's new. Now, if this is an existing connection, you have been coming out of some choppy waters when it comes to the expression of your emotions. Maybe both of you or one of you. We'll get into that here shortly. I'm not getting anything major here. Maybe it's just you have someone who's having a hard time opening up. Near future, the World. Maybe this has more to do with you opening up into a new love, letting love in as an act, right, of surrender. Because this is the masculine expression of the heart. Speaking from your heart, opening up, and the empowerment that can occur because of that. I love this. This is incredible. I'd say this it's going to be a really good month of August for you, Aries. Yeah, wow. This is interesting. I would say a lot of you are moving out of heartbreak. I see the progression. Look, this is what you don't see coming. I don't want you to get concerned about this. People see the 3 of Swords like, oh, what's dying? There's being pierced in the heart and something that you're surrendering. But what's interesting is I think there's 2 things happening for you in the month of August. You have something that is really coming into your life that you're like, I think maybe I can move forward in this, and I think that I can trust in this, and it's a little scary, but it feels like I'm stepping into a new timeline, and it has everything that I could possibly want in it. And maybe it's time for me to change my tune around, the pain I've carried. A lot of what you all are doing is you are learning how to stabilize in yourself, in your career. And, because I'm seeing 9 of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. And on top of that is the 3 of Swords. So where have you... It seems like you're moving away from one thing and moving toward another, but it feels like this has to do with your career. You want more... I'm getting that you want to be self-employed, a lot of you, or you want to be able to stand on your own in this connection. And you're trying to make sure that you have enough security and enough of your foundation in self so you can go into this feeling like, we're reaching even too in our connections where it's not as traditional in you giving up yourself, and shrinking. because of someone standing next to you. You're showing me, I've already been there, done that. I'm not doing that again. I want to stand strong on my sense of self and what I'm building in my life and not let anyone else's path overshadow me, especially if they're my partner. So I like this because I feel like this Three of Swords has less to do with being heartbroken and more to do with not shrinking your potential because someone around you, because of someone around you's dreams. You know, this is what was I listening to? Oh, well, I can't remember what it was, but it was an example of someone who had spent like 20 years supporting their spouse in their career, and they were a creative writer, and they just put it on the back burner and they had so much resentment. And it's not that the spouse didn't want them to do their work. They just became more of a caretaker at home. And so I'm seeing here that a lot of you really want to establish or reassert your own financial independence in connection. Reassert, reestablish, or maintain and preserve your own financial independence in connection. Oh, I'm sorry if this is here. My bad. I didn't mean that to be showing. This is my remote to my AC because I turn it off when I'm working. But here, I see a huge desire for you to not be overshadowed by someone else's progress or success and to stand in your own level of empowered success in connection, or, you know, if it's not about a connection and love, this is finding oneself in a secure place in life so you can take a risk to open new doors of success in your life. Sometimes we need to feel a little bit more of that sense of security before we take risks. And I'm getting that this could be around love and or work. Some of you, it's both. Let's get some oracle. I actually have this. I thought this was really cute. Look at this owl on the front. This is the Animal Guides Tarot, but what's interesting is they're animals with specific messages. So I'm going to kind of read what the tarot card itself is for the oracle guidance, but it also has a little blurb, which let's see what some of the energies are for you beyond this tarot spread that I just pulled for you. What energies can you anticipate for August, Aries? What energies? I love this. You're wrapping up a cycle where it's all led to greater independence, financial success, sovereignty, empowerment, confidence, willpower, in matters of the heart. Let's see what's going on. Ooh, let's take these two. Of course. Oh my God. Can you believe this? This is going to be fun. Oh, August is going to be fun reading for you all because I see a repeating theme here. So we have in the underpinning the first card that came out for you for August coming into this month, right? The Lovers. Something significant may have happened for you during Gemini season, which was a few months back, okay? You could have had a love come in. And now you're moving forward in that, right? And it's really empowering you to maybe take some risks. And if it was an existing connection, it shifted. Something, you made a new choice. It's led to more security in your life, a foundation of support, joy, and happiness. Because now we have the Chariot and the Lovers come out. So 6 to 7 here and 6 to 7 here. So let's read this. We had the Chariot come out first. The Arabian horse and the flamingo. You can successfully balance various or opposing energies. This is this month at once through determination and focus. You've earned the rewards and recognition you're receiving, which you have in the world here, Aries. I love this. Spirit's really pointing it out loud and clearly for you for the month of August. This is your month to successfully move through the month with determination and focus, and that there are rewards and recognition that are a part of your near future, all right, with the world. I love it. And then we have the Lovers, which underpinned this reading coming in. There is a connection that is part of your foundational support this month. True and long-lasting love finds its way into your life. Follow your heart with caring actions and choices. So a lot of you are finding love. Look at that. They're forming a beautiful heart with their faces. Oh man, look at the emotional flow and the way it can transform with the waterfall and the butterfly at the top. And then we have the butterfly moving through this card as well. Transforming love. Okay. Transformational choices in love. For a lot of you, what's at the bottom of the deck? Ace of water. This is the Ace of Cups. And we have the dove of peace. This is the beginning of a new emotional experience for you. It may be the first blush of romantic love, the rebirth of a current relationship, or the awakening of spiritual gifts and insights. Okay, so they're pointing out that you could be gaining access to a new level of success through your own spiritual gifts and insights and the marriage between you and your inner divine gifts. So the Lovers doesn't have to mean a significant love connection, although a lot of you coming into this reading are like, yes, this is true. I'm feeling very excited. But a lot of you, your Ace of Water, Ace of Cups, could be around opening up into a new spiritual vibration. Let's now clarify. I'm liking this, Aries, a lot. Feeling a lot of excitement in the month of August. Big dreams, big plans. That's what it feels like. Doing a lot of healing of the heart. We've got some specific astrological impacts throughout this month. I talked about, and there you are, the Fool, coming out of maybe feeling a little bit restricted. Had to go through some mental challenges, maybe some mental gymnastics around even opening up to a new beginning and shifting from maybe being plagued by overthinking and analyzing your path to just feeling more free and taking the next right step. Right? This is advice I found quite a number of years ago, which is really all we need to be dealing with on a daily basis to avoid the trap of the mind and overthinking our path as an expression of control, which really is false, is to just deal with whatever's right in front of you from day to day. Don't create more than you need through your mental activity, through your mental gymnastics, just whatever's right in front of you. That's all you need to focus on. All right. And it looks to me like, between the Chariot, the Lovers, and the Ace of Cups, feels like a fun dance through life you experiencing right now. A new journey of the heart. Let's clarify the Chariot. A new love journey for a lot of you, a new love connection. Okay, now we have that wants to come out. The Eight of Swords. These two want to come out. Yeah, you are. You are moving away from a million different thoughts. And you're calming down. It's like something's settling now. Maybe you were overthinking what would happen in a connection. Maybe you were a little bit worried that this, like I said, with what you don't see coming, that you were going to shrink in your purpose and your calling because maybe you're supporting someone else now. Or, it could be a number of reasons. But what I love to see about this is you're moving away from the Eight of Swords, which is getting trapped in the mind when it comes to your future path and where you're going. And just letting spirit guide you. It's that simple. Dropping control. This is transitionary energy. And as you do this, you're actually leveling up. You're gaining speed, momentum, and confidence on the path. And you're moving in a chariot. A lot of you are moving, traveling, moving into, new territory, in a new chapter. And it's full of a lot of hope, promise, healing. Two interesting cards here is we have this, we do have a full moon in Aquarius this week. It's right before August hits. And we are going into the Lionsgate portal. And I do believe what I'm seeing is a lot of light workers are powering up their vehicles, right? Their Merkabas. And there's a big period of expansion going on in your own spiritual gifts, in connections, in where the new territories you find yourself in, whether they're internal or external. You're all being guided, right, to new horizons. And these horizons are not about holding back or shrinking anymore. It's about stepping into your power and stepping into your light, which I see so beautifully done, Aries. It's like, just let go of control, deal with what's right in front of you each day, focus on your own healing, stay in your own lane. As you straddle the old and embark on the new, this almost like this step into the light. It's ready for you. Like the stage is set. Costumes are on. Are you ready to make your entrance? Let's look at this Emperor. Some of you are launching something pretty big, all right? We have, wow, again. Wow, the sun is coming out again. 9 of Wands with the sun. Now, what this means, what does this mean? 9 of Wands is the wounded warrior, and we have it over the Emperor. So, if you want it, we're going to talk about two things. We have the 5 of Swords. Some of you have a little bit of an inner conflict going on around yourself and your desire to take the lead, to basically follow the light of your own sun and not be overshadowed by anyone else's in your work life or in your love life. But I do see in your opportunity, right? The Emperor is you. We're going to say this is you because you are Aries, and this is an embodiment of Aries energy. And look at him. He's got a ram in front of him laying at his feet. I feel like what you're doing is you're yielding. And you're stepping out of your mind needing to control. And you're taking a look at your own growth. And switching away from a perspective of hardship and shifting to alignment. And when you align, you actually access more energy. I'm not talking about physical energy. I'm talking about divine energy. Energy that people lead their lives with. And you see he's holding the Ankh. I'm getting that you have one hand on the world, right? Which is your vision. And the Ankh, which is spiritual protection. So some of you are actually literally traveling into new domains spiritually. We're talking, in your light bodies. As you clear the path of whatever you've been almost like wading through when it comes to your wounding. Some of you, this is around your divine masculine. Could be around an authority figure in your life. Or it could be around a partner. What I see here for the most part in August, you are not at war with yourself as much as you used to be. And it makes everything lighter. So the struggle you may have felt in previous months or years, you're seeing like the silver lining. And I think you're letting go of control because the Emperor is all about control. And I like this. I'm seeing so much from the Emperor. And if you want to relate this to a person around you who you see as your divine counterpart, okay, if this is not about you, we'll say it is because it is, but it's also for some of you twofold. It's also about another person and their divine masculine energy, male or female, okay? We're not gender specific. Whoever around you, you're like, yep, that's the Emperor in my life. They're going through a struggle in themselves as well. You could be mirroring each other. They're looking at their desire to control and how it can create friction and how they need to let go of control too. You see, it's almost like you're helping each other with this. We don't need to control the direction of this connection. We don't need to fight our way through it. All we got to do is focus on the light of our own divine wisdom and authority and let that lead the way, not our wounding. So it's a choice. I feel like you're going into something having learned the hard way about coming from your wounding and fighting your way through connection, and this person too. And then surrendering that guard and letting more light in It's very powerful what you're working with. And I believe there's someone around you you're doing this with. It's almost like a tango in tandem here. It's like you're passing the baton. Are you going to control? No, no, no. Are you going to control? No, no, no. And it's like you're surrendering. And instead of overthinking a connection, you're just saying, okay, I'm just going to move through it one day at a time. And I'm going to try not to control things. And this could be around your career as well. Okay. Let's look at this King of Cups. That wants to come out. Queen of Pentacles. Heart and heart alignment. Okay. Challenge. I see 3 energies here. I'm not talking about third-party energy, okay? This is your challenge as it relates to your opportunity. Your opportunity, right? Let go, control. 2 people. The challenge here is... There's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful divine feminine energy coming in here. It's actually coming from both of you. We have the 4 of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Queen of Pentacles over the King of Cups. Okay, what does this mean? This means there's a challenge in the embodiment of the fullness of the expression of love. I see one person standing in so much of their divine power, and the other person almost like almost in there, like almost there. So I feel like for you, this could be a struggle this month, just a little bit. We're not talking about a huge, contrast here. This is so subtle what this is that I'm seeing. This is about you, ultimately, Aries. Looking at your seat of empowerment and looking on the bright side when it comes to how you're living your life day to day. And are you leading the charge from your emotional integrity and standing and grounding, right, in a sense of growth and prosperity, using your divine gifts? It's like I'm getting this energy of like 4 Cups is this emotional energy of not being quite happy with the status quo for whatever reason. It's like you're trying to build something in this marriage between your heart, your spirit, and your earthbound energy. So this is body, mind, spirit, okay? Body, mind, spirit. I'm getting that it's like, do not compare yourself to others at all. And that might be what you tend to do. And they're telling you to don't do that. Do not compare yourselves to others in work and love and life in general. Because it's going to reinforce a limiting belief. And if it's not you doing this, it's someone else around you doing this, and it's affecting the connection, or it will affect the connection. Your challenge here is to ground, right, in your sense of growth, in your spiritual integrity, and your emotional intelligence, and not let disappointment, comparison, apathy get in the way. And this feels like it could be other people's energies. I think you're going through a powerful period of feeling confident, really, truly divine confidence that comes from the display of your gifts and of the rewards that you reap from listening to your intuition. I see this as a beautiful awakening of your heart and of your, this is it. The challenge here is there are so many different aspects of yourself powering up beyond your wounds, beyond the fight for your own joy and happiness. Do not get pulled down by comparison. I'm getting that. Do not get pulled down by comparison between you and the other, whoever that is. And this could also be giving up too much of yourself in the support of a partnership, whether that be in business or in love. You are sovereign. You're going to hurt yourself if you give up anything in your life for someone else's benefit. Like, don't be so selfless that you help someone else rise when this is about you and your own journey. But I see more of a mind, body, soul integration and overcoming lack. I think a lot of you have one person. There's someone, I see two people around you, an Emperor and a King of Cups. Some of you have someone around you that is still very disappointed. Maybe someone that either once claimed you as a very deep, deep love, who is very disappointed. And the challenge is for you to overcome this, because this could indicate a little bit of pain that you're carrying around something from the past. Yeah, I feel like someone is living in regret, somebody with heavy water placements. I think that you've attracted someone with heavy fire, that you really, really, yeah, I'm just getting this huge shift in your energy. You're moving away from one thing and you're going towards something else. And that one thing you're moving away from is, you have to listen to your own inner calling here. If it doesn't have anything to do with a person outside of you, this has to do with you no longer holding back from aligning with these three aspects of self. And that might have been what you were really working on in this cycle, making these intelligent decisions around where you're going to put your time, energy, and resources. What these decisions brought in was a whole new path in love. We have the Queen of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Lovers with the Moon and the Six of Cups. Yeah, a lot of you are clearing up, just healing the past completely. Two of Pentacles, yeah. Hermit in reverse. Huh. The Hierophant. Yeah. I'm getting such a strange energy from this. It's like, God, am I ready to give up being totally on my own, independent? This is big. Am I ready? But a lot of you, this is like, I'm not talking about, commitment independence, or I'm losing independence to go towards a commitment. I'm talking about, don't deny yourself your own inner truth when you already are spiritually wise. I think a lot of you are afraid to step into your own gifts because it feels like a tall order. We have the Hierophant here ultimately. And for me, the Hierophant, I was talking about this morning. It's about the ascension journey. And the Hermit really is the card of the mystic. So, and it's in reverse. So, I mean, this is, for me, it's coming out of maybe a period of spiritual amnesia and integrating a new vibrational reality after feeling really upside down for a bit. Everything's coming right side up again. And, you're looking back and making sense of a past cycle where maybe you couldn't make sense of it while you're in it. It's like being caught in a tunnel, having tunnel vision around your path. And now everything's like coming to light. And it feels like, what you really value, you never gave up on. And now it's really being solidified. And you're like, I stand for this. And this is my truth. And this is what I value. I'm not going to forsake that ever again. And you've had to learn the hard way, right? Through the path of love, through disappointment, through the wounding, through the challenges. This is like when we rise again after major disappointments in life, cutting our losses integrating those lessons and rising above and being almost like you know more of your own inner value and your own inner truth because of it. And I love seeing this. It's a beautiful cycle you're wrapping up where it was not easy. You're coming out of the 8 of Swords, moving into the 6 of Swords with the Chariot and the Star in your pocket. So I'd say you're coming out on top here, Aries. But it wasn't easy. Like I said, in the near future, you're realizing what had to fall apart in your life and taught you a lot about yourself and about what you value. So you can stand strong as an independent person. And now it's like you've done the work and there's a lot of growth. Yeah, we have the 2 of Cups that wanted to poke out. I predict here, what I predict here is healing love is coming into your life, and it's almost hard to believe. 2 of Cups, the Lovers. Can you believe in it again? 10 of Pentacles. You're saying, hell yeah, I can believe in it again. Jenna, this could be it. Wow. I feel like this time you're doing love differently because you're different. And I think you see a path of joy, of abundance, of spiritual truth, spiritual value. Coming out of that tunnel. And you're walking in a verdant garden. And you're realizing that there's a lot of prosperity that was almost like, this is when we're in the darkness. And then we come out of it and we realize all the growth because of it. I think you're cleaning up you're doing some deep, deep heart healing. And it comes by way of real, true connection. Authentic love. I believe that you have a lot of abundance coming your way, Aries, through a connection, through shared love. And you're absolving yourself and healing the hurt that you encountered along the way. It's a very deep reading. What a cycle, huh? What a cycle. I want to take a deep breath. I'm going to get a Keeper of the Light. Like rest for a while here. You don't need to be in any hurry. You're making big plans for the future and it looks like someone's coming with. Mercury open communication. We're in this Mercury retrograde season, so I think you're communicating. It's like, it might be hard sometimes, right? It might be hard for this person sometimes. It's like, you know how we interconnection, and if in the past you tended to like shrink or put all your energy into someone else and neglected yourself, you're not doing love like that anymore. You're just not, because you know it's not going to serve you. Get a weight off your chest, speak up with love and be heard. Some of you have a conversation you've been going back and forth about. That's part of wrapping up this cycle. Don't deny yourself an opportunity to level up in your own wisdom here. I feel like you are. I don't feel like you even need to be reminded of that, but I'm just saying that because of the Hermit in reverse and the Hierophant. The Hermit is standing on one's own, feeling alone. It's in reverse. Spirit's saying you're not alone. We've been with you all along. It's realizing that Spirit is never really going to abandon you. I think we abandon ourselves when we believe that that's not true. Again, comparison. I think you're realizing you can lean on people. Let them lean on you too. You lean on them, they lean on you. It's a shared dance. I like this a lot. There's almost like this humility and love. Humility and love. I'm going to get a gateway of light activation, but I just want to stick with that. Speak openly. Matters of the heart. Okay. You could have someone speaking a truth to you, getting a weight off their chest this month. I don't know who it is, but there is someone with heavy water placement around you. And it's a challenge for them to speak openly. I don't know if that's in general, if you have someone coming back who you've been wounded by, who hurt you, who you've been up and down about, unsure of committing to. I don't know. It feels almost separate. Like there's two things going on at once. It could be with a father figure. It could be with a boss. It could be with someone you put a lot of your power into. You know what I mean? Like giving away your power to. Let's get a gateway of light activation. We have 2 Shambhala initiations and karmic board clearing. Yeah. It feels more like this is more of that, because it's a big cycle you're wrapping up. This is multiple people that disappointed you in love. But you've learned a lot about your intuition and about your own growth through it. And now it's almost like you're graduating from this course and you're committed to your values in a deeper way. And you're displaying them in a new love connection for a lot of you. And you're overcoming the past heartbreaks in general and grounding in your sense of self. Energetic clearing, rewriting your story, living your truth, retreating to recharge, trusting in the process, and dharma. Yeah, a lot of you, this is your dharmic partner. When I say dharma, this is when we get off the karmic wheel and we actually are reaping the rewards of our growth. So let's see which one is more prevalent. This is your oracle message and from the gateway of light activation. Which one's more important? They said, now stop. Shambhala initiations. And this is a real place, right? In a different dimension. Let's read Shambhala initiations. I believe this is in alphabetical order. Yes, it is. Shambhala, also known as Shangri-La, is a city of light said to be hidden somewhere in the Himalayas near Tibet. According to theosophical teachings, the etheric retreat is where we can come into contact with some of the greatest spiritual adepts, enlightened teachers, and divine masters to ever walk the earth. In Buddhism and Hinduism, Shambhala is said to be the home of the god Shiva and of Buddhas, enlightened beings. And in the Bon tradition, every year, thousands make a pilgrimage to Mount Kailash, the supposed location of the hidden city, as this is said to bring good fortune. We can visit the etheric retreat of Shambhala during the dream state, astral travel, and meditation. If you feel it is calling you, or that the energies of this gateway seem familiar, you may have been there before. The golden temple of Shambhala sits in the heart of the Himalayas, between the physical and non-physical, and is said to appear to seekers who are ready to expand their awareness. Yeah, like I said, there's new values, new spiritual insights, new truth. After coming out of maybe spiritual amnesia or blindness, facing one's emperor ego, and clearing up some wounds, overcoming conflict, being shown the way, especially through a connection, and grounding in a new sense of purpose and a new sense of growth. This is real big spiritual growth for you too. It is the sacred energetic temple of all enlightened masters, particularly those who are connected to the Eastern traditions. They form a great galactic and universal council of elders who support the turning of the wheel of Dharma. Dharma is a Sanskrit word that relates to the unfolding of our path. Your message. Oh, this is a long one. I'm seeing I just saw 4344. Look it up. 444 with a 3. So this is about your embodiment. Body, mind, and soul, which I had a challenge here. Overcoming past disappointments, apathy, lack. Stepping into your power of finishing and closing out a cycle that's had its ups and downs. When things quiet down in your life, know that this isn't a failure, but an opportunity to retreat and recharge. In the busyness of the physical world, our spirit is often playing catch up with our body, to the point that it gets used to being overactive and overworked. When the great masters of Shambhala come to you, they are encouraging you to take time to be away from the outer world and dive into the inner world. If you've been moving full speed ahead, this gateway encourages you to slow down and retreat. Take time to gather your energy. Spend time in meditation and reflection in order to gain a clearer awareness of your current situation. You will uncover many insights and gifts during this period. Realize that there is a master awakening within. Woo! And this is very true, all right? Retreat to recharge. I think you are unfolding in your dharmic pathway here, where you're focusing on your spiritual wisdom And you are actually going into connections, long-term connections that are grounding, and they're helping you heal ultimately on a new level. Celebration. This is the tea, love tea, sweet love tea. I want to get a little bit of insight into your love life before I say goodbye for August. But man, oh man, what a reading today, Aries. The Chariot, the Lovers, and the Ace of Water. Woo! So we have 4 coming out. No, 5. Interesting. We have 1 coming out in reverse. So we have celebration, graceful dance, the future, rambling rose. And then I feel like there's someone around you. Perfect moves in reverse. Okay. You know, they're saying that I don't really do any of these in reverse. I'm not going to do these in reverse because they're saying that doesn't apply. That doesn't apply. Okay. Don't worry about, yeah, you've got a spirit of fun and play. There's a beautiful balance, all right, between work and play here. In connection, seeing the long term, but you're building something new in your career, it looks like, or wanting to. At the same time, there's also a powerful love connection coming in. After a period of separation and heartache, of being alone, from being alone. All right, we have take time to appreciate the good things. Happy days, partying, celebration. All right. This is around your love life for those of you who want this. Graceful dance. Lift each other during both high and low times. Inspire, hold, and footing. So some of you might even be dancing and celebrating with this person. The future, finding a long-term harmonious relationship, coming soon, commit. So some of you have been waiting on this, and the longer you wait, the harder it is to stay committed to your vision because you're tired of being alone, all right? But I'm seeing that you do have someone coming in. It feels like this month in August, okay? So get ready. Lay the foundational work. You've been going high on your ascension journey. You're connecting with ascended masters and Shambhala, okay? With Mercury by your side, growing apart or getting some space to think, rambling rose, all right? Evolving outsiders. So you could be moving away from someone, a water sign, all right? For some of you, you're letting go of a past person and you're opening up to somebody new. Perfect moves. Keep the spirit of play and fun alive to be closer, flirty, graceful, easy. So it feels like there's a closing out of one chapter for a lot of you in a love chapter, right? Where you had to cut your losses, learn how to be on your own. And now in August, you're going to be dancing and, you know, you got a new dance card and you have someone new coming in. For a lot of you who are single at this time, some of you have a new connection that has already come in and you're healing your heart through love. But ultimately, I see you really leveling up and ascending, especially with this. This is a very powerful card to get, especially married to the karmic clearing. So clearing out old stuff, okay, Aries, doing the work and being initiated into a higher dimensional reality for a lot of you. So I am doing a 21-day meditation, so please jump in on that. It's free. The description will be in my description box below, the link. I'll see you all on the other side. I'll be back again here mid-August in no time at all. Enjoy the month ahead. This is powerful. The energies at play for the month for you, Aries. Take care. Namaste.